start, I want to make sure everyone knows this wonderful person here I get to introduce. Before that, my name is Anthony Lay, spells L-E, but pronounced Lay, as in I get to introduce the legendary Chef Ranjan. A little bit of background about him, right? He has served famous clients such as Governor Jerry Brown, former President Bill Clinton, Deepak Chopra. He has done great things, and he started his culinary career even at the young age of, I think, 14. I was lost in my life at 14, and you started at 14. Has multiple restaurants, has done great work for the community, and you heard me say earlier that he serves the folks in the Tenderloin. You know he's a true homie when he's taking care of his community. So with that excitement, I'm gonna now hand it over to Chef Ranjan. Please, please, please make me look good in front of my girlfriend. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anthony. I want to start by welcoming everybody. I want to say Namaste. Namaste is an old Indian ancient greeting. The left hand represents my soul, the light in my soul. The right hand represents the light in your soul. By putting together and saying Namaste, the light in my soul recognizes the light in your soul. And together we promise to live in peace and harmony. So Namaste and welcome to my cooking demonstration. I look forward to teaching you a few things, and I just want you to have fun. So today, first we'll start by making an Indian lemonade. And it's just very easy. You have some ice. I have some ice in this nice big jar, and I'll have some lemon juice and lime juice, which I'm going to add. I have some sugar. Add the sugar to it. And then I have some rose water. You know, I have made a little hole in the top so I can just sprinkle a few drops of rose water in it. Then I have some still water. And I'm going to add a little bit of carbonated water. So it gives a nice fizzy, you know, like taste to your palate. And we just mix it. And we are ready to enjoy it. So that's how simple it is. But if you want, you can add some vodka to it or any choice of something which will make you really more lubricated. I'm going to just have some lemonade with you while I'm talking to you and enjoying this show. Here is my lemonade, and I'm going to move these things on the other side so I can show you how to cook a nice curry. So I hope you're having a very nice day. I heard that today is a diversity day, and you know, that is going to be just amazing. India has been a very ancient civilization, just like Chinese civilization. It's been around for 10,000 years. And one of the amazing things about Indian civilization is the unity in diversity. There is more than like 26 states originally when India became independent. Today there's 29. Each state has its own language, own script, own dress, own cuisine, own festivals. If you can imagine Europe put together in one country. And then we all live in a unity, enjoying our diversity. It's also the birthplace of some of the major religions: Hinduism, Sikh religion, Buddhism, Jain religion is the second largest population of Muslim in India, in the whole world. So it is a wonderful way to be more inclusive and enjoy this than exclusive. On that note, we are going to start our cooking demo. I'm going to make a little room here. It's a little, you know, tight. I'm going to bring in the ingredients first. You can see we have the chicken in the middle. Then we have some carrots, all different kind of carrots. We have some green peas, some onions, tomato, which are in the blender, and some cilantro. And here I have all the ingredients for the spices. So a lot of people will ask, what is a curry? Curry simply means a sauce, nothing else. It doesn't grow on the tree. It's not a blend of spices. It's a sauce. To make a basic curry, you need 3 wet ingredients and 3 dry ingredients. The wet ingredients are onion, ginger, and garlic. So 3 parts of onion, 1 part of ginger, 1 part of garlic. And you can blend it in a blender. For me, I prefer to blend my onions separately, and then I do ginger and garlic together. But today I'm going to show you how I can make it with chopped onions. There's like no rules when you're making a curry. The 3 dry ingredients are turmeric, cumin seed powder, coriander seed powder. So 2 parts of coriander seed powder, 1 part of cumin seed powder, and 1 part of turmeric. So you just saute the ginger, garlic, the wet, ingredients with the onion. And then when it's halfway through, you add your dry ingredients. Make sure don't burn it. It's very important. One of the most important things when cooking a curry is to make sure, you take time and enjoy it easily. So with that, I am going to tell you what I'm going to cook today. Today I'm going to show you a dish which I created for, Feed Your Hospital program. These are like frontline workers who have been putting their life online to help everybody. They are putting their life online. So we wanted to thank them. So when I created this, curry, I created with 5 most immunity boosting spices to give them that little oomph. So what are the 5 most immunity boosting spices? They are ginger, garlic, turmeric, cayenne, and cinnamon. So we have those. If you have got the recipes, you will see those are all there. So we will start by starting the fire a little bit. There you go. Make sure it is low. Add a little oil to it. And let it, just heat up a little bit. So the whole idea when you are cooking is very important when you're cooking. The most delicious ingredient when you're cooking is love and kindness. When you're cooking for your husband or your partner or your wife or your kids, you're mad at them, try to go neutral, because it definitely transforms and transmits into the food. The most delicious ingredient is love and kindness. So that's how you can nurture. So we have the onions to add to it. And we are going to add the ginger garlic paste to it. And just let it cook. I wish you guys were here. This is just such a beautiful flavor. And one of the most important thing in cooking is to be patient with it. Be patient. There's no hurry. We're not going anywhere. Be patient, because the end result shows you how wonderful it is. So we're going to let it cook a little bit so that it starts to caramelize a little bit. And then we're going to add the dry spices. So when we add the dry spices, we don't want to cook it for too long, because dry spices can get burnt very, very easily. So you add a little bit of moisture in it as you're cooking. So it makes it really nice. If you like fry it too long, it will burn. And that's what you don't want to do. So right now we are going to add the dried spices to it. Okay. We have a little bit of cinnamon stick, cardamom, a little bit of cloves. Mix it up so that it can kind of transfer into the oil. Now we're going to add the dry spices to it. Okay, so we have the turmeric, we have the cumin powder, coriander powder, and the cayenne. And we're going to mix this up. Keep our fires low. Fry it a little bit, but add something which will add moisture to it. That is where we have the pureed tomato come in. This way, it will give it a chance to have really nice, like the tomatoey taste to it, along with the spices. This is the time we add the chicken. This way, it will get a chance to coat with the spices before we add other ingredients. Oh, this is amazing. You know, one of the like the oldest human ritual has been to hunt, gather, cook, and to sit around the fire and enjoy the food and tell the stories. I'm going to add the cauliflower, different kind of carrots, green peas to it. Mix it up, okay? Water so that it can just cover it. Like, this is so easy, right? And then what you do, you just cover and let it cook by itself while you're enjoying the music and enjoying your nimbu pani with the vodka in it. I do add cilantro, but I add the cilantro at the very end. That way it can give it a really nice, flavor. Some people like cilantro, some people don't. Like my wife doesn't like cilantro. So I'll just take out some of the curries for her and then add cilantro for myself. So, everybody is happy this way. Now, I was telling you about what is the oldest human ritual. That's to hunt, gather, cook, sit around a fire, enjoy the food, and tell the story. This is the modern version. Today we are doing the same, but we are doing it on a technology platform. So we are cooking, we are connected, and it's all about the community. So food is something which is very, very important because it nourishes you. And when something is nourishing, you have to cook it with love. Because, like I was saying before, that is really, really important. Like a lot of people will ask me, Like, what is it which keeps you going? What is it which keeps you going? And this was a very, very important question which I had to face during our 30th anniversary. 30th anniversary, I was prepared with the speech. The speech was amazing. I've spent days to prepare it. But everybody gathered in the room has been a part of the journey. And they're like, you have to share with us what is important, what makes you tick. So I have to take a little bit of break. I'm like, hey, I have to figure this out because I wasn't prepared. So let me look at it. Look, it is cooking beautifully. It's cooking down. Ah, the flavor. Oh my God, is amazing. So coming back to that, it's like, what is it which makes you tick? So I have to spend some time for inner thought. And I came up with two things which makes me tick, makes me be enthusiastic. The first one is I make life my secret ingredient. Every day there is so much to be thankful for. And that is what I think life offers you. And you embrace it. I want to make life my secret ingredient. And I am open to the variety which brings it to me. I live in San Francisco. Well, my journey started in India, in Calcutta. Then I was all over India to really, really enjoy the diversity. Then I came to Hong Kong. And in Hong Kong, I was managing like 35 restaurants in 12 countries. And I opened my first New Delhi restaurant in 1982. So that gave me another beautiful variety and the texture of life. Then I came to America, met my wife Cody in Hong Kong, and just started a new chain called Viceroy of India. And she was managing a pub next door called Prince of Wales. So I can definitely claim we met through Viceroy of India and Prince of Wales. But, when we were expecting Sarah, our daughter, we decided to move here because we felt there is way more opportunity here. And now New Delhi Restaurant is the oldest Indian restaurant and a legacy business of San Francisco, and we have been here for 33 years. So make life your secret ingredient is the most important thing for me. But the second thing is most probably way more important. So for me, every day in the morning I wake up, look forward to embracing the chaos which is coming towards me. And then do my best and be happy with it. This way, I am always enjoying the life. So let's look again, one more little thing. Oh, nice. It is really coming out. So one of the ingredients I want to add at this point, usually I just add it at the later point, is to add the salt. Everybody have their own, idea about when to add the salt. So add the salt. I'm going to add the salt to this and mix it up a little bit and then cook it a little bit more. Nice, it looks beautiful. Wish you guys were here so you could smell that amazing flavor. So I was saying about embracing the chaos because that is what will definitely, keep me going, doing my best and being happy. That's the whole idea. So another thing which I want to share with you, a lot of time I do have many of my patrons and students and people who are my friends will ask me, you know, when I'm cooking Indian food, my hands are like yellow in color. How do I get over that? And here it is. Wear gloves when you're doing anything and everything. That way you don't have to worry about your fingers getting yellow. Unless you want to. You know, that's another thing. So let me just check again. Oh, nice. It's almost there. We have to give it just maybe a few more minutes, and then we'll be ready. I hope you have your steamed rice with you to try and enjoy this, you know, and then we can get into answering many of the different questions which you may have. I am going to add, when I open this up again, I'm going to add the cilantro to it. And then I am going to turn this one down because it's almost ready. And then I will open up the forum for questions and answers. I am very grateful that you are here. You know, we are all connected. You know, being connected with the community has been my first and most important thing from day one. That's why we have our Compassionate Chef's Cafe charity, where we help 300 kids in Tenderloin after school program. Then we connect them with about 3,000 kids in India, across from Gandhi Ashram. They are from the 6 different slums over there. Become global citizens like you and me. So with that, I'm going to take care of this. Look, it's fantastic. All ready. Beautiful. So I'm going to add the cilantro to that. And we are almost ready. Voila! Ready to enjoy an amazing, immunity boosting chicken curry. Tasty. This chicken curry, you know, like when you make it, you can also make it a one-pot meal. You can add rice to it, you can add noodles to it, you can add pasta to it, you can add quinoa to it, anything. That way it becomes a one-pot meal. You can enjoy it completely. There it is, voila. So with that, I'm going to actually keep it open so you can see it, and then open up the forum for you to ask questions. So I'd love for Adeline to take over and ask some questions so that I can, you know, answer some of the beautiful, inspiring questions which I have. Adeline?
Yes, yes. Thank you, Chef Ranjan Dey. Oh my God, that looks amazing. Folks, can you put in the chat if you would love to eat that? Is that something that just like, oh my God, it's making me so much more hungry. But, oh yes, folks are saying yes, 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 please.
Yes,
And
come
you
on
kept
over.
saying, oh, I wish you were here. What a, what a tease. Of course, we want to be there and eat that all up. Oh my goodness. All right. So we did have a couple of questions come in. And so, you know, why and how did you make love as part of the ingredients in your cooking philosophy?
It's about your mood. The mood when you are cooking in the kitchen. You know, my mom, my grandmother, my aunts, they had a very tough time, very tough life. But when they're in the kitchen, They're cooking. They're almost like Zen. They're creating food to nurture everybody. In my days, we had extended family, about 12, 16, 18 people. And so there will be like, the ladies in the kitchen. I was always kicked out of the kitchen. I wanted to be there, but then slowly they let me in. And I became a part of the whole group. So one of the things they kept saying to me is make sure you have love in your heart, you have nurturing in your heart. Because this food we are cooking to feed everybody, if we had this like anger or hate because we just had a big fight, it transmits into the food. So try to be neutral, if nothing else. That is how I say put love as the most important ingredient, kindness as a very, very important ingredient, compassion and nurturing. Because
Yes.
when you have those thoughts in your heart, definitely shows up on your taste.
Oh my God, that is so true in my case, actually, Chef Ranjan Dey. I'd hate to tell you this, but I don't love cooking. So personal question here. When
Yeah.
I get in the kitchen itself doesn't make me excited. It doesn't make me happy. So like I have to be in a really extremely good mood in order to cook a meal that tastes good. And so
Uh-huh.
do you have any tricks that you do to make yourself in a better mood as you're cooking, or for people who it doesn't just innately um, make you bring you joy?
Absolutely. Look, I'll give you an example. Um, I did this class. There are many ways to cook, Adeline. You don't have to cook the classic way where you have to toil after, hours and hours to create a fabulous meal. No, there is many ways. I have a whole style of teaching cooking, which is called speed scratch style of cooking. One of the most important ingredients which nobody has today and has a lot in demand is time. You have access to anything you can buy. You have access to any equipment if you want to buy. You have access to any spices or anything, any cookbooks. You don't have time
Mm,
because you're juggling, you're doing so many things. You have to figure out a way to cook tasty, healthy, quick and easy, but very quickly. So one of the things I did for this group of spoiled Indian kids who was going to Ivy League college was to teach them how to cook because they never cooked in their life.
mm,
So for them, I came up with a whole amazing recipe. So in India, we have pickles. Pickle is, sliced vegetables, which is put in different oil baths and then marinated and cured over a long period of time. And then to make it spicy and nice, you add just a teaspoon of that on the side and then add just tiny little bites without your food. So that kind of like makes it nice and spicy and sweet and sour and stuff like that. So I told them, why don't you select 4 different pickles from 4 different regions? You go to Amazon and find 4 different pickles you like, because there's hundreds, thousands of different pickles. But Indian style pickle, bring them back, and then put it in a blender, take it out from the jar, put it in a blender, blend it, put it back in the jar, put it in your fridge. And now what you do is to take a little bit of oil, put 2 teaspoons of that in the mix, add your vegetables and meat, mix it up, put oil, put water so that it just covers it, add like salt to taste, because salt you don't need much because in the pickle there's a lot of salt over it. And then let it cook until it's done, just like this. And you're all done. And you're cooking like a, pro. So this is like the shortcut way of doing, one of the shortcut way to do things. So there's many ways, Alina, you can do that. It's just you choose and you practice 4 dishes which you're good at. And just make those. You don't have to try many, many new things which will make you frustrated because you already don't want to go into the kitchen. But this way you have 4 go-to recipes, which you're good at, which saves time, nutritious, tasty, healthy, quick and easy, and just amazing to offer to your family when you're all done and you're like, yes, mom did it. So yes, you can do it.
Oh, I love that. Thank you for that acknowledgement. And I love that shortcut. I definitely wrote that down. Pickle, to do the pickles. That sounds really delicious. Thank you. Oh, okay. So another question that came in is, how do you maintain your ethnic roots in your cooking when sometimes younger generations are pushed to be Americanized?
That is a question I love to answer because, what you're saying is, will I modify my dishes to suit American palate? That's only done when somebody doesn't have deep knowledge of a cuisine and a culture. As a chef, when I'm doing a menu, I have to know enough dishes because India provides so much diversity so that I can pick an authentic dish which will suit the local palate. So somebody coming from India can enjoy it similarly like somebody's enjoying it right here. I don't have to modify it. However, change is inevitable, growth is optional. So if you have limited ingredients, limited capacity of cooking, do whatever you can to make it happen for yourself and your family. It works for you as long as you're not coming out as a chef in a restaurant and saying this is an authentic thing, but you modified it. No, then I'm not with you. Otherwise, if you enjoy it, you can make it and have it. It's just like wines. Who cares which wine goes with what? If you like a certain wine and you can pay for it, you enjoy it. You don't have to worry or think or listen to anybody else. Listen to yourself. So that you can enjoy it completely.
Love that. Thank you. Thank you for that. Okay, so another question that came in is, what are the challenges that you've experienced as an Asian American cook?
Being Asian American, we have a smaller slice of the big pie in the food and beverage industry.
Did we just lose Chef Ranjan Dey?
I think we did.
Wow, well, I don't know what to do. Well, other than keep on drinking his special lemonade that he just taught me how to do. So that will help out with, we just lost Chef. I think he'll be on back very soon. In the meantime, you know what? While we are waiting for Chef Ranjan to come back, let us know how's the experience been so far. Let us know what's going on, what's on your mind. Hello.
There you go. Yeah.
Back.
Right there.
Chef.
Okay.
I
Technology, we can overcome you too.
Our wonderful attendees, right? How much they love.
I totally believe in something which is very important, which is every disaster has a seed of opportunity. It's how you look at it, how you pivot yourself, how you be creative and come out even stronger. And like right now during COVID, this is one of the biggest lessons we can learn. So thank you everybody for being a little patient. The technology kind of like let us down a little bit, but we are up and going. So bring on the questions, I'm ready.
All right. Well, Anthony, did you want to update Chef Ranjan Dey on some of the different conversations that were happening?
Yeah. So I just want to say, Chef, thank you for the recipe. The lemon was delicious. But cheers, and cheers to everybody at home. Gotta take my sip. Jeff, we were just appreciating, and one of the takeaways we had was that you didn't give an F about what other people thought. You were authentic and true to you and who you are and what you do. And so we were just like admiring that. So thank you so much for that.
All right. And so another question that came in Chef Ranjan Dey, is what would you suggest to someone who is in a challenging situation right now, whether that's from COVID or something else going on in their life? I know that, you know, you have so much experience of overcoming, you know, obstacles.
Well, change is inevitable. Growth is optional. It's up to you to be inventive, creative, and in our fellowship of community, resources are there. People are there mentoring. Reach out to them. You're not in it alone. We are all in it together. And we are here to help each other. I need help. I want to give help. And that's how it is across the whole world. And we can definitely overcome it together. So if you're down, if you are struggling, reach out and ask for help. Don't take it on your shoulder by just yourself. That's when you get bogged down. No need. No need. We are all here to help each other. So that is going to be my suggestion to somebody who is struggling. We are all struggling. We are all struggling. But we can overcome it together.
I love that. I love that. The togetherness. And, you know, when you're talking about being inventive and creative, I feel like this is a perfect segue into another question that came in, which is, what have you done, you know, with COVID? How have you pivoted? In what ways have you, you know, shifted or fought COVID itself or the consequences of COVID?
So my restaurant is a restaurant where you can come for experience. It's a very well-known restaurant worldwide, and people come here for a magic carpet ride to India, you know? And I'm here to tell you the story. I'm here to make sure you are enjoying. I can't do it. Dining is closed. You know, I am right in downtown San Francisco. There's like 25 hotels within 2 blocks. All those hotels are boarded up. Shopping centers are closed. So I have to come up with something new. So my wife came up with the name. She came up with a name called Curbside Curry. So we created a ghost kitchen, or like a digital kitchen, which is out of our same kitchen. And so then we created a menu which is much more user-friendly, much more price-friendly. Then we added, delivery, our own delivery for $3 all through San Francisco, and came up with a smaller menu so that we can do that from the kitchen, and started a delivery and pickup. Now we have availability, online availability for both New Delhi restaurant and Curbside Curry. You can order and you can have it delivered to you, or you can have Curbside Curry pickup. That's how I pivoted, because I had never been focused on delivery and pickup. It has always been for people to come in here and enjoy the experience. But this is one of the things we did to pivot and take a bigger slice of the new, the Indian restaurant market by creating a, virtual kitchen, a ghost kitchen, and then rolling it out with delivery and pickup.
Wow, that is huge. Everything you were saying about, you are all about the experience, and I could tell just by your energy that you love people. So to have people come in, and then you're in the middle of all these hotels, and all the hotels are down, the shopping centers are down, and you pivoted. And my follow-up question for you on this is, what is the kind of the mentality you have? Is there a affirmation that you say to yourself to get you through this, to be resourceful, to be creative, and not let this feel like, oh my gosh, I'm doomed? There's a mental capacity that you have, a mental strength that you have to get past that.
I believe it is about this whole philosophy of empty hands. Empty hands. We come into this world with empty hands. There is nothing we come in with. We're going to leave this world with empty hands. But the only thing we can put in our empty hands and take with us on the journey, on the next life, is the different experiences which you're creating. The experiences with positive feeling towards community is what I crave for. And that's what is my go-to, you know. I have an amazing community surrounding me. And that's what helps me all the time to keep being positive, being creative, being helpful, and ask for help.
And you know, here's another follow-up question here is what I've heard you talk about your wife a few times. And as you know, it sounds like you all have this really strong partnership. What's the secret to that?
The secret to that is, yes, dear. You know, she and I come from two corners of the world. I come from is, you know, Calcutta. She came from Caldwell, Idaho. Her family was in U.S. Navy. They were, you know, placed all over Japan, Guam, Philippines, Hong Kong. She grew up as a, you know, like a global citizen. I did too. I went all over India, then came overseas because my dad became a diplomat and was posted in Hong Kong. I came there. Then I had, you know, like careers where I was managing restaurants all over the world. And that kind of gave us this very unique, you know, like look into being global citizens. And global citizenship comes from within, where you embrace everything, you embrace every texture which you have on offering. Sometimes somebody will ask me, what is your pet peeve when it comes to food? The only thing I would say is my pet peeve is when you have the world which is offering itself on the plate and you say, no, I don't want to try it. Like, come on. Try it at least once, that way you would know. This way you are way more inclusive than being too exclusive.
Wow, you are amazing. This is awesome. Do you have like, no, and this is a serious question. Do you have a book or are you writing a book on your philosophy of cooking and embracing culture and putting love into the ingredients?
I wrote a book which is out of print. It's when I did a documentary series called My India with Ranjan Dey. You can go to YouTube and then if you put Chef Ranjan Dey, you can see it. With a culinary cultural travel adventure. Now I am looking towards writing a book which will be a biopic book with some of my philosophies. But I want to also create a platform, like a Zoom platform, digital platform, where it is going to be a magazine style. So there is going to be a few things on that. One is all the things I've already done, very free access to everybody. Then I want to do 3 more like special sections where you have to pay a subscription to get it. One is going to be stories, and this whole section is called Scandalous Recipes with Twisted Inside Stories. And it's going to be some fiction, some non-fiction, and so on. And then there is another section where I'm interviewing all my friends from the restaurant and hotel community to tell me the most bizarre experience they have had. Because most of the time, truth is so much more weirder than fiction.
Mm.
And then the third one is going to be a story of a Indian chef, you know. So that's going to be about my story.
Oh my gosh. And we can find out about this on your website. Is
Not
that
yet.
right?
We are preparing these things, but you know, there is already contacts, and if you send me contact that you're interested, I'd love to keep you on the loop and send those things out as and when it gets ready.
Okay, awesome. Whew. All right. Well, so another question just came in. What is your favorite Indian food, and this is going to be our last question actually, is what is your favorite Indian food and what is your favorite non-Indian food?
Yeah, I'm in touch with my feminine side. I change my mind all the time. So I love every kind of food. One day it could be the barbecue tandoori chicken. Another day it could be the chicken biryani or lamb biryani. Another day it could be masala dosa. So I love variety. And so it changes all the time. I am not like just tethered to just one dish or something like that. But that's what I want to say. But I want to like really add one more thing to this conversation, so I can, you know, really share this. This whole convention is about the power of we. So when you're talking about the power of we, what comes to my mind is the F word. Adelina, not what you're thinking. The food, fun, family, and it is about the community, the togetherness of the community, which empowers you from within. That is what is the power of we to me.
Thank you for sharing that. That's beautiful. And I'm writing all these notes down. I don't know about everyone else, but there's just so many gold nuggets in everything that you're saying. I came here to learn how to cook, but now I'm really learning so much more about life. So thank you for everything that you've shared, Chef Ranjan. I'm going to turn it over to Anthony now to close us out.
Chef Ranjan, it has been an honor. I think you can see I have an apron on, I have my drinks on, but for some reason I end up taking notes. So I may see you in an hour and I might need that takeout to make myself look good in front of my girlfriend. But we'll keep that as a secret between us and the recording. I know being other recording, so please don't share the recording too much. No, share it, because we need to spread the wisdom of Chef Ranjan. It has been amazing. So from the bottom of my heart, like on behalf of NCLF, AAUC, COUSA, our partners, volunteers, thank you so much for being here. It's been a blast working with you. It's been exciting. And I'm dumbfounded just by how much philosophy and like you put into life in cooking, and I am thoroughly touched and inspired. Thank you so much.
Thank you for including me. I am so happy that I am a part of this journey with all of you. Thank you.
All right, folks, chat. Oh, my apologies. Because I want to make sure like you get your thanks. Everyone in the chat window, please do me a favor, right? You know this man had great wisdom. Please, like even just for me as a favor, say thank you, right? This was so amazing. Thank you. With that said, I am going to do another send us off, and all right, everybody.
Yeah,
Thank you.
pet the dog. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care, everyone. Check out the auction items. There's an auction item by Chef Ranjan. Check out the other auction items. We have a couple more days left. We are excited to have you here with us. We'll see you again soon. Take care.